Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my journey into science. Imagine a scientist. What does a scientist look like to you? A lab coat, yes. Glassware, mixing chemicals in a lab, yes. And the big glasses, sometimes sort of falling or taped. But how many of you guys maybe thought of something different? Like a field biologist like Jane Goodall, or the two astronauts who just did the first ever female spacewalk, Christina Cook and Jessica Meir. But how many of you guys actually pictured yourselves? Not everyone usually does, and this is something that educators often are trying to sort out, is why don't we picture ourselves in this role? Why don't we ever see ourselves as a scientist? When you ask a male or a female your interest in STEM after graduation, half of the guys are gonna say, yeah, STEM is something I'm really interested in, but a fraction of women are actually joining in that same interest. And this sort of then trickles down into the actual workforce. When I actually graduated high school, I was one of those statistics. I did not identify as a scientist. I had no interest in science. I just didn't know what to do with a science degree.
Inspire Her Mind is a conference that gets girls thinking about actually careers in science. They get to see some of the cool applications of science. They get to see women working in these areas.
We know there's not as many women in the STEM workforce as there are men, so we're really trying to be proactive and be able to get girls involved and really show them that this is an opportunity for them.
I did not expect this. I'm gonna be honest, I first came here because I wanted to get extra credit, and then it turned out to be more than that.
I wasn't really expecting all of these different interactive activities that we got to do.
The one where you have to inspect the cells of the plants and everything.
We saw stomata and how it's on the back of the leaf, and we just learned more of what we're learning in biology, so it's cool to see it just not in the classroom.
We learned from people who were specialized in their field, so they were really passionate about it, and then so we got to learn just straight from them, and it was really fun.
I don't really like science that much, but my friend convinced me, and it's nothing like what I expected. It's way funner. It's a broad spectrum of different things that you can do. In one of the activities, we kind of learned about how different types of lines can make dresses appear differently. We had to draw lines on the dresses to make appearances either look longer or shorter or thinner or thicker.
When I went to college, you have to take classes that are beyond your major, right? And so I took one that was global environmental problems. And in that class, I was just blown away, and I realized this is where I want to make a difference. I now have a lab that gets to look at these environmental issues, and I absolutely love my job. It took a long time to figure out that this is what I wanted, but I am so happy where I'm at.
I really liked it because it was more focused on us, because we were able to individually analyze what we wanted, not what anybody else wanted us to learn.
We took a personality quiz, and that quiz was honestly my favorite part.
We were able to find out the specific topics that we were interested in.
Mine was advisor because I want to be in the medical field. I want to be an RN.
I got a maker, and I thought that was really cool because ever since I was little, I would always love working with my hands, and I still do.
This is a really great opportunity for girls to get that hands-on experience and to open their eyes.
I decided to come on a whim.
I thought we were just gonna get hour-long lectures and everything, but instead we got to have these fun experiences.
I expected to see men in lab coats.
I also expected people to just tell about their jobs and then how we could help our city, but instead I learned about how those small careers add up to help the whole world.
We're really focusing on getting girls excited and engaged in STEM fields and potential STEM careers.
My expectations when we came here was that we would go into a lecture hall, they would lecture us, and then we would leave. I didn't expect it to be as hands-on and as innovative and interactive as it was, and I think that's the reason why I enjoyed it as much as I did.
It's part of their everyday lives, and helping them understand that and appreciate that is also part of this endeavor.
My favorite thing was seeing the batteries and the wire thing move around.
Oh, I saw that amazing little robot. Did you guys?
Yeah. The way they were coded had them follow a pathway, and in that pathway were certain color codes, and those color codes would dictate what the robot did.
It was so little and it was so cute, and the fact that I could literally just drop a bunch of colors and it would make the robot do different things it was really, really like impressive, and I really liked that.
I'm a wildlife biologist by training. I get to work with animals, habitats, and the environment.
We learned about the California condor,
and we found causes of death among condors and why they almost went extinct.
And how due to conservation by people that are in the STEM field, they were able to multiply and now they're growing species again.
The program provides an opportunity for our students, young ladies, to look into STEM as a possibility and also leadership. There is definitely a gap out in the workforce, so what are we doing? We're bringing our girls in and we're helping build the confidence around those two specific areas.
I'm actually really looking forward to coming back and seeing what other activities that they have for us.
I heard them say that leadership was going to be the focus of the second conference. I'm definitely really interested in that, and I think it's really important for women to realize that leadership is an important skill to have, and it's definitely something that's really related to STEM because STEM is leading the field in so many industries nowadays.
I'm also looking forward to coming back and learning more about the small careers that can build up to help everybody around.
I think it's really important to expose them to the vast array of careers and how a scientific background can help you succeed at anything you choose to do.